Yeah, some heavy rain headed our way. You ain't seen nothing yet, right, Rosemary, who has been tracking it all for us. A lot of green on that screen behind you, Rosemary.
You're right. And as you mentioned earlier, we are looking at it over the North Bay at this hour. It's going to continue to shift towards the Central and South Bay as we get through the morning hours. And I think this steady, heavy rain is going to be during the morning hours. And then for the afternoon, we'll break away to on and off scattered showers. Isn't that a beautiful start there? We do have mostly cloudy skies, but a little bit of that golden hue pouring in from the sunshine. We will get back to some sun as we get into the second half of our afternoon. But first, we have to get through this. Take a look at what is going on. Widespread over the North Bay, and it stretches down along the coast all the way into Santa Cruz at this point. This main band of rain is going to work through the Bay Area in the coming hours. We'll go into the North Bay, take a look at what's happening. And again, don't have to spend a whole lot of time here because it's pretty much everywhere from the coast, stretching in through Guerneville, Santa Rosa, and now in and across, almost reaching Napa and around American Canyon. We're seeing some in and around St. Helena, Healdsburg, and it's moving a little bit farther south all the way down through areas like Novato, San Rafael. Here's a look at the peninsula where we're seeing just light scatter showers over the coastal range, perhaps a little bit over Half Moon Bay, and then farther south than that. But look at the Central and South Bay, still mainly dry. The rain and the snow beginning to fall in the Sierra as well. Here's a look at your Futurecast model, picking it up for you as we get into the 9-10 o'clock hour. Notice it's a little bit more widespread, and it's going to shift inland as we get into about 11, 12 o'clock. Here we are at noontime, and notice there's already the back edge. There. So for the second part of the afternoon, we're going to call for partly sunny skies, scattered showers for the afternoon, even a slight chance at thunderstorms because we do have this system, the center of circulation, riding over California as we get into the afternoon. All said and done, anywhere from a quarter inch to an inch of rain for most of us. We'll see up to 2 inches for our hills, our mountains, our coastal range, but it is going to be breezy out there, already windy in some spots. More on the Sierra, snow and an advisory in place coming up, as well as details on this system. And we're looking to Halloween with that possibility of rain in the forecast. I'll have that coming up.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on this. All right, thanks, Rosemary. Heavy stuff. It is headed our way still. You can see it right in that radar behind you, Rosemary.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning thinking, is it coming? It's coming, and it is coming.
It's coming, all right. Wet and windy. Gusts anywhere from 30 to 40 at times. So be prepared for not only the rain, but those breezy conditions, at least for the first part of the day, and tapering off just a little bit for the second half. There's an ominous view. We've got dark skies over the East Bay, although most of the East Bay still dry at the moment. That will change as we get into the early, I'm going to call it the second part of the morning. Giving you a look here where the rain is falling at this time, sliding into the North Bay. You can see just off the coast of San Francisco, and some reports of rain already falling over San Francisco. Slides down along the coastline and the Santa Cruz Mountains, picking up scattered showers as well. To the North Bay we go, where we have areas from Dillon Beach stretching all the way down through Point Reyes, curving around areas near Sausalito, San Rafael, and then all this area in between. We've got steady light rain to moderate rain over areas of Highway 101, stretching just into, it looks like, the west edge there of Napa, Vallejo, maybe a few scattered showers for you, but you are still in the dry for the most part. Richmond San Rafael Bridge is a wet one at this time, and we're picking up a few scattered showers right along the East Bay shoreline. This is going to be shifting inland as we get into the next couple of hours. A look at the Santa Cruz Mountains over areas like Scotts Valley, perhaps scattered showers there. And this system is a colder system, and with that said, we have snow falling all the way down right now to about 7,000 feet, but eventually it will impact the pass. So there is an advisory in place for the Sierra. I'll show you that in just a moment. But before we leave the radar, I want to show you the center of circulation here. This is going to move across California a little bit later today. And when it does, it's going to bring a little bit of unstable weather. So once the steady rain passes, we will still have the possibility of scattered showers, even isolated thunderstorms. Here's a look at the winter storm watch for the Sierra. All the way down to pass level, we could see anywhere from 6 inches to 12 inches. Let's roll through today. I also want to roll you through Halloween because, unfortunately, for our trick-or-treaters, we do have the possibility of scattered showers. Here we are into about 9-10 o'clock. Notice it's a little bit more widespread. It's farther inland. It's entering the South Bay. By noontime, we still have that light rain, but it begins to taper off. And on the back end, we're going to have partly sunny skies, isolated showers. I also mentioned the possibility of maybe a few thunderstorms. So the steady steady rain through the morning, scattered showers for the afternoon. Rainfall amounts anywhere from a quarter inch to an inch expected with this next storm. That's great news. Checking in on the winds right now.
Let's take you right downstairs to Rosemary and find out about that big blob of green that's sitting off the coast right now.
Right, we cleared out nicely yesterday, even more blue sky than I had expected. But today we are again covered in clouds as the next storm moves through the Bay Area. I think the main event will be this morning, but we will be left with scattered showers for your afternoon as well. Giving you a live look here at a lot of gray, a lot of green. We have a lot of green now that we've seen a good amount of rain. That's all good news. And the rain keeps coming. Giving you a look to the radar where we again are watching the North Bay now covered in this, and some areas picking up a few heavier pockets in and around right along the coastline from Point Reyes. It looks like over areas of Mount Tam you're going to have some of this, and over Bolinas. As we stretch in areas of San Rafael, Novato, farther along Highway 101 all the way through Santa Rosa and farther north, we've got steady rain there. As we shift to the east just a little bit, St. Helena down through Napa, we've got rain. It looks light at this point. Into the East Bay where we're seeing isolated showers, perhaps right there near Richmond. We've got a little bit cruising in and around areas. It looks like Montclair and maybe stretching across Highway 13. This is going to continue as we get through the morning hours. It's working its way through the Central and South Bay over the course of the next couple of hours. The scatter showers over the Santa Cruz Mountains have been on and off throughout the evening and now into the morning hours. Here we go with the winds, 23 miles per hour, a gust in Hayward, sustained 13 in San Jose, Mountain View sustained at 13 but gusting to 22. So in addition to the wet weather, it's a windy one. As we get behind the front, the winds will calm down some, but I think we're going to be breezy for the entire day. So in a nutshell, expect the morning rain and the wind for the afternoon, on and off, light showers and the possibility of thunderstorms because the center of the storm is actually going to be moving across California. That brings the colder, unstable weather with it. So for the afternoon, we're going to leave in breezy conditions and a few scattered showers. When I come back, we'll take a look at rainfall amounts. We'll take a look at the timeline on this. And as I promised, we have to look at Halloween. All that plus your numbers in just a bit. Back to you.
I know, still crossing our fingers about Halloween.
But with more on that, let's check in with the professional downstairs because I guess we are going to get a little rain, huh?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
She's crossing her fingers there, you know, Marcy's saying, maybe it'll miss us. Maybe a little pocket.
It hasn't hit Oakland just yet. That's okay. But, yes, so if you're going to be there, Jacqueline Square, love it. Great place to be. If you're going during the early morning hours, the first part, bring your umbrella. By the second half, we still may need the umbrella, but we'll have improving weather, we'll call it. Giving you a look here because we have a lot to talk about. So over areas of the North Bay, from the coast stretching all the way across Highway 101 and into areas St. Helena and Napa, we've got that steady rain, even pockets of heavier rain. You can see Point Reyes there. San Rafael perhaps have moderate rain falling over the area, and it's windy as well. Along Highway 101 could be very, very slick. Give yourself extra time. Take it easy if you do have an early morning commute. St. Helena, Napa, and it cuts off right there just north of areas over Vallejo. The East Bay shoreline, we've watched this scattered showers here, but you can still see mainly dry. Over the Santa Cruz Mountains, it's been on and off all night long and now into the morning hours. This is a colder storm. Sierra snow down to the pass level, I-80 as well as Highway 50, and there is an advisory in place. I'll show you that in just a moment. Center of the storm going to roll through behind this steady band of rain. That will bring us the unsettled, unstable weather. That could bring us the possibility of thunderstorms for the afternoon. Back to the Sierra. A winter storm march in place for the entire day. If you're driving this direction, you know it's that time of year. The rain, or I should say the snow tires or the chains. Winds also accompanying the system. Hayward, 16 miles per hour, gusting to 23. Mountain View, 13, gusting to 22. It's a breezy one out there, and it's going to be breezy for most of the day, although the wind will be strongest with the main band of rain that moves through this morning. Here's a look at the Futurecast model. Again, beginning to move in a little bit more so by 9-10 o'clock. It's now farther inland. It's now reaching into the South Bay. By about 11-12 o'clock, we still have pretty good rain inner East Bay, but we're already on the back edge of this. It's a fast mover. By about noontime, 1 o'clock, the steady rain moving out, and we are left with scattered showers for the rest of the day. But again, keeping in mind, we could see the brief heavy downpour, maybe even a little bit of hail with the possibility of isolated thunderstorms for the afternoon. If you have afternoon plans, evening plans, you may or may not go with the umbrella, but you will have that possibility of a few scattered showers. Let's talk about Halloween. Monday morning, here we are, starting out dry, but by the afternoon, North Bay, light showers, 5 o'clock, Central South Bay. All of us have that possibility of scattered showers in the forecast for our trick-or-treaters. This next Wednesday into Thursday. And guys, you know what the difference between when I say rain and showers, right?
One's a little heavier.
The rain is steady.
Okay.
Steady rain this morning. For the afternoon, the on and off stuff.
You really put us on the spot. We're like,
wait.
yes, we know.
Meteorology for
you know, to me, I say it and I think they know exactly what I'm talking about. And sometimes viewers go, well, what's the difference? I don't know what you mean.
Got it. Well, I think suffice to say there'll be some wet trick-or-treaters out there tomorrow.
Yes,
one way
unfortunately.
Or the other. All right,
Rosemary. Thanks, Rosemary. Rosemary is in our weather center. She's been tracking it all to tell us when it's going to arrive in our neighborhood, and certainly people worried about today, and they're also worried about tomorrow.
Yes, yes, yes. So this next storm going to sweep through the Bay Area, bringing along with it some wind. Started early on over portions of the North Bay and now down along the peninsula from San Francisco through areas like San Mateo. Let's take a look at the storm tracker too, and we'll get right to it. Even heavier rain reported in along the coast. Here we go with some of the yellows and the oranges over Mount Tam, stretching in along Highway 1. You may find some in and out of Novato moving in towards Santa Rosa. This stretch here could be a bit rough. It's going to be slick if you're getting out early. Be prepared for this. Take it easy out there. Stretching now across areas through Angwin, Napa, down through Vallejo. We've got some light scattered shower activity reported here. Stretches over east into areas like Fairfield. If we head into the East Bay, we have light rain along the East Bay shoreline. Kensington, Berkeley, Emeryville into Oakland, Alameda now. We're seeing some light, steady rain in some areas along the peninsula. We've got it San Francisco covered in the rain at this point, down through Daly City, South San Francisco. It's at the coast, Ocean Beach through Pacifica, Half Moon Bay. And if we go farther along the 101, you've got some wet roadway down now through San Mateo and now creeping into areas like Redwood City and Woodside. This is going to continue to march across the bay as we get into and through the morning hours. After we get done with the steady rain, we'll have scattered showers left for the rest of the day. Here's a look at the Santa Cruz Mountains. It's been on and off all night long and through the morning hours. Here's a look at the Sierra. This is a cooler storm and it is going to impact the passes. We're looking at anywhere from 6 to 12 inches all the way down to pass level areas near I-80 as well as Highway 50. If you're going to be driving to the Sierra today, even through tomorrow, be prepared for the winter storm watch. That means very slick roads. That means windy conditions. That means maybe even whiteout conditions. You just want to take it easy. Here at home, rainfall amounts anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1 inch for most of us. Some of us will see a little bit more. Our hills could see more than that. But again, as I mentioned, we have wind coming along with this system, and it's already very breezy in many spots out there. The Sierra snow, always great news. When I come back, I'll have a look at the timeline for today's storm, and we'll time out tomorrow because, as Claudine mentioned, scattered showers in the forecast for our trick-or-treaters. More on that coming up in just a bit.
All right, Rosemary, we thank you. Time now 9:04. Depending on where you are donating tomorrow, certainly will in the right now, I guess, right? It's about to come down pretty hard, right? Yes,
today's definitely the wetter day, but we are leaving in scattered showers for our trick-or-treaters tomorrow, and I'll detail that for you in just a moment. Let's take a look at what's going on outside our doors this morning. Covered in clouds. We do have a little bit of blue sky still in the East Bay. That will change over the course of the next hour or so. In the skyline here over Oakland, you can see gray skies. We are looking at rain over areas of the North Bay, along the peninsula, into the Santa Cruz Mountains. Want to start with a long shot, though. Do you see this center of circulation right in here? This is going to cross over California, and when it does, it is going to bring us a bit of unstable weather. Best chance for isolated thunderstorms for today will be into the afternoon. Right now, we're looking at the steady band of rain working through the Bay Area, and you can see over the North Bay, at the coast, and along the peninsula. It stretches all the way down in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We will get a little bit closer to the peninsula, see what's happening here. A light, steady rain with heavier pockets offshore here from Ocean Beach stretching down through Montero. As we look into San Francisco, we had light rain falling there. I believe it's still falling for the most part, although the radar not really picking up on it. As we move into the North Bay from Tiburon, Mill Valley into San Rafael, moderate rain falling, crossing the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge right now, going to be a little bit tough. And farther north, it's just very widespread all the way through Santa Rosa. You can see moderate rain falling here and goes all the way north into areas over Lake County. Stretching east into Napa, Vallejo, and into the East Bay, where we have light rain falling. Along the East Bay shoreline, all our small communities here, Hercules, Richmond, Emeryville, Berkeley, I can go on, but you get the picture. Stretches across Highway 24 and right there into Orinda. So this is going to continue to push east and south as we get through the next couple of hours. Here we go with your Futurecast model. It's 10 o'clock, a little bit farther inland by 11 o'clock. It's now reaching into areas near Antioch, down south through San Jose and into Morgan Hill. That's 11 o'clock. Let me show you what happens at noontime. Already the back edge. That steady rain is going to be quick moving. It's going to move out of here, and for the second part of your day, partly cloudy skies, scattered showers, but not the steady stuff, just scattered on and off, and the possibility of isolated thunderstorms. We're now into Monday. We start out dry, but by the second half of the day, we have scattered showers in the forecast here. You can see over the North Bay, and it moves south over the course of the evening hours. There's 6 o'clock, and there is 9 o'clock. So with that said, it could still change a little bit, but it's looking more and more like we may need the umbrella for our trick-or-treaters come Halloween night. Back into the upper 60s to low 70s. Back to you.
Might need a waterproof candy sack tomorrow, I guess, right?
Yeah, gosh, you got to be bummed for the kids that have to put a raincoat over their costume.
Well,
I think it's not the kids, it's the parents trailing their kids. The kids are going to get candy. They'll be okay.
Said one parent.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Rosemary.
You got it.
Well, a unique shot.
Bring in Rosemary downstairs. She's been a busy woman this morning, and you can see right to her left. There's a lot of green on the screen there.
Yes, over the course of the last couple of hours, we have watched it really just kind of spread across the peninsula, moving into the East Bay as we speak, and is going to continue south and east as we roll through the next hour or so. From the North Bay along down the coastline into the peninsula, and stops right about here. It is going to continue to move inland. So that shot we just showed you over the East Bay Hills, where we're even enjoying a little bit of blue sky, that's going to go away in the next hour or two. For the peninsula, coming down pretty good in and around Portola Valley, stretching in through San Mateo and in areas north to San Francisco. If we look along the coastline, it is very steady. Ocean Beach down through Pacifica, Half Moon Bay, Santa Cruz Mountains picking up some good moderate rain at this time. And if we go to the north, we've got wet roadways, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Richmond-San Rafael. We'll look at North Bay, where it's just widespread and a little heavy at times. Saw a few, yep, there it is, heavier pocket over St. Helena, farther north moving into areas over Lake County, stretches east, Napa, Fairfield, around American Canyon, into Vallejo. Along I-80, it is a wet drive from Fairfield all the way down through Hercules, Richmond, Berkeley, Emeryville, into Oakland, and then along Highway 24. You're going to find it over areas of Orinda, moving into Walnut Creek. Here's a look at the Sierra. This storm is a colder storm, and that means we have snow levels down to the passes, I-80 as well as Highway 50. And with that, a winter storm watch. If you're going in that direction, be prepared. You are going to need the snow tires or the chains, that lasting all day, perhaps into the late night hours. As far as the wind, in addition to the wet weather, we have another factor, and it being the wind. SFO reporting a gust of 32 miles per hour, Hayward 26, Livermore 26. Chances are you could see it outside your window as well. With the impact of today's storm, we're looking at an inch or less for most of us. I think our hills will pick up more than that, so we'll call for 2 inches for some of our wetter spots. The winds could gust to near 40 miles per hour with this steady band of rain, but we will be breezy the entire day. And good news for the Sierra, we're getting some much needed snow. When I come back, I'll have a timeline for today's storm. We'll take a look at your temperatures. Of course, we have to talk about Halloween because, unfortunately, scattered showers in the forecast for Halloween night. More on this coming up in just a bit.
All right. I know. Sad face.
Kids
all
are
right.
fine. The parents are like, oh my God.
Buddy.
Exactly.
All right. It is Halloween tomorrow. All right. 9:44 on the clock. I'm peeking outside our back window, Rosemary, and it's not raining here, but we saw Allie just getting dumped on in San Francisco, so I have a feeling that
It's a-coming.
it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Allie and I were chatting on social media. I said if I could create a pocket of dry sky, I would put it right over
About
her.
5 minutes ago would have been nice.
Oh, she was a good sport.
Yes, indeed. All of us going to get in on this rain before it is all said and done. Moving through the North Bay, along the coastline, along the peninsula, and shifting east as we roll through the next hour or two. Giving you a live look there at the approach to the Bay Bridge, where we are covered in gray sky. The inner East Bay started out with a little bit of blue sky, but that is changing as well. Let's get a load of this system that will impact us on this Sunday. A couple of things I want to point out here. You notice Northern California all the way down through Monterey, getting some good rain. The Sierra is picking up rain and snow. So what is different about this storm? It's a colder storm. The system dropped out of the Gulf of Alaska, and it is bringing snow levels down to about the pass, which means you are going to need the chains or the snow tires if you're going to the Sierra for today. This center of circulation is going to continue to move and will eventually be over California. When it does, it's going to bring us unstable weather, means isolated thunderstorms, a possibility for the Bay Area today. So if I had to break the day into two, I'd say this morning the steady rain, later today on and off showers with a possibility of a few thunderstorms. Here we go with some pretty good rain now falling from the coast and along the peninsula. Santa Cruz Mountains, moderate rain. You can see the yellows and the oranges indicating moderate to perhaps heavy. Highway 101, 280. It is rough out there. Here's a look at Pacifica through Half Moon Bay along Highway 1. It is really coming down across the San Mateo Bridge as we head to the North Bay, covered in rain, light to moderate, a little bit of a heavier pocket here if we shift into the East Bay along I-80. Could be a treacherous ride, Hercules into Richmond. But again, the inner East Bay as well as the far south, not seeing it just yet. That's going to change by about 10 o'clock. Here we are, 11 o'clock. Notice there's already a back edge on this. We begin the lunch hour, 1 o'clock or so, and that's when we see the tapered showers, and we are looking at scattered showers for the entire afternoon today. Tomorrow, we want to talk about Halloween. We start out dry. Things start to change, though. By 4 o'clock, scattered showers moving in, lasting all the way into the evening hours. So be prepared for that. Rainfall amounts anywhere from 1/4 inch to 1 inch expected with this next storm. We dry out, we warm up Wednesday, Thursday. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Rosemary. All right, well, we're hoping for a little respite from the rain for a little while. Okay, let's go back to this torrential downpour that we're having outside of our studios right here.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm kidding.
No, I know. Sorry. Rosemary's like, stop, don't say that. But it is coming down. You told us it was coming. You warned us, and here it is.
Yeah, and it actually sounds heavy. Nice from inside here.
Can you put the fireplace on for us,
For the folks that are running the marathon this morning or something like that, it could be a different story. Sure, I'll get to the fire in just a moment, Frank. Let's talk about what's going on with your weather. So we do have this moderate to heavy at times rain moving through the Bay Area. This morning, it comes with wind, so I can see the wind blowing some of our trees and bushes outside our door here, and you probably have it at your house as well. As we get into the second part of the day, it's not going to be steady like this. It's going to break away. We'll be partly sunny, partly cloudy, but we're going to leave in scattered showers. And as we've been talking about this morning, tomorrow night, scattered showers in the forecast.
All right. Thanks for joining this morning. Stay dry as this heavy rain continues. We'll have all the latest developments on KTVU.com.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Take care.
For your Sunday afternoon, scattered showers will remain in the forecast, but as we get into the second part of the day, notice beginning to taper off some with partly sunny skies expected. Temperatures will be on the cool side, low 60s at the coast, widespread 60s elsewhere, and for Halloween, more rain on the way. We're tracking it for you on KTVU Fox 2.